We got a good guest today again. Yo, if you guys watched yesterday's interviews, whew, those was fire too. But today we got a good one. Let me sign them in. Let me hit them up. Let me sign them in. Bang, bang. And we gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it. Because that's what we do. Talk about it. Make sure my pools go. What's up, Oscar? How you doing, man? My boy Oscar always in here showing love. Good looking, bro. Fucking beautiful out here today. Fucking nice out here. Yo, here we go. I'm signing in with Josh right now. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. In June. I'm coming back in June. Yo. What's up, kid?
How you doing?
How you doing, Josh? How you doing, man?
I'm doing very good. How are you?
That's what's up, man. Thank you for signing in with me today, bro. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. I'm trying to figure out a way to prop up my phone here.
Yeah, me too, man. Like me, I get comfortable walking around, man. Everybody be like,
all right,
yo, just...
I'll walk around with you.
Yeah. Like I get nervous sometimes, but yeah, man. What's up, man? How's everything going, man?
Everything's good, man. Everything's a blessing. Everything's super busy right now. I cannot complain.
That's what's up, yo, man. You got a big show coming in SOBs. Talk about it, man.
That's right. Monday night, 8 p.m. Doors open. Show starts at 9. We got Hip Hop Mike from Hot 97. My brother DJ Oso on the ones and twos. And we got a shitload of great talent hitting the stage.
Yeah, you got a good lineup.
Boogs Baguettes, Gorilla Nems, Gift the Great, K Goddess, Janaski or Jeniski. I can't remember how to say her name, but yeah, we got a bunch of good people hitting the stage on Monday, so definitely come out and support. We appreciate it.
That's what's up, man. And there's still some slots open if people want to join and perform, or that's locked down already?
We actually have one slot left. One slot left.
So you guys better contact him, man.
Yeah,
there's a big lineup going on, man.
Slot.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, man. So hit him up if you guys are looking to perform on Monday night. It's going to be a big show at SOBs, man. Also, quick question, man. You got the Soundbyte management, man. So talk about your company a little bit. How did it start? How did you start up with the managing?
So I actually worked at Atlantic Records for 5 years in A&R. I worked with Mano. I worked with T.I. I worked with Diplomats for a while. And when I left Atlantic Records, I decided to start my own management company. I was going to partner with my old boss, but instead I just went off on my own and did it on my own and started meeting people and connecting the dots, and we're almost 10 years strong. We just had our 9th anniversary in January, and 10 years coming up next January.
That's what's up, bro. And who are some of the artists that you manage or brands that you deal with?
So we dealt with Stitches for a little while. Boogs Baguettes, D Chambers. We consulted for a number of people, including Party Fontaine, who is top 40 right now. And we consulted for Mano. We consulted for Jim Jones. So yeah, we've been, like I said, 9 years strong. Keep moving on. Keep getting bigger and better every year. Keep working with new talent. I love watching new talent like rise up from nothingness to, getting paid in the clubs and
there you go,
making money off of their career, turning these things into a career as opposed to a hobby. So.
Definitely. And how do you know who do you want to deal with or work with as far as artist wise? You don't want to waste your time. So how do you know what type of artist you want to deal with?
Well, my first rule, and this is kind of selfish, but I guess it's why I have my own company, is I have to be a fan. If I'm not a fan of the music, then I'm not touching it.
That's good.
The reason I say that is because I feel like I can be the best advocate for that person I can be if I'm truly a fan of what they're doing. I mean, there have been people over the years that I wasn't like in love with their music, but I did see something that I liked, and I said, all right, we can maximize this aspect of your career. But the most important thing is that I'm a fan, and honestly, I'm a very casual, relaxed kind of guy, so I want to be able to have some sort of like good relationship with my clients.
Nice.
I use the term Soundbyte fam all the time, and it's like the name of my playlist on Spotify. It's the name of, like when I get the collective of all my clients together, friends of the family, whatever. Yeah. But I really mean that, and the reason I said that is because like Soundbyte Management is a family. Like everybody who is involved with us in any way, shape, or form. You had Chanel on the other day. She does a lot of publicity for us.
Nice.
She's family. Like, I mean, I would do anything for her, and like all of these people are just like extensions of Soundbyte Management. And again, like the Soundbyte fam is getting bigger and bigger every year, and I'm all about the family mentality. Especially in the music industry, everybody's out to get one over on everybody else.
Exactly.
I've always been an advocate for doing fair business. If you do fair business, everybody eats. So
that's good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not in the business to screw people over. I'm in the business to make people have longevity in this industry and get along with people, and everybody put some money in their pocket.
Nice. How did you start working with D Chambers? That's one of my boys right there.
Actually, cut back to the Chanel situation. In late 2009, Chanel and I were working on a group together, and she said the group was called Par City, and
I seen that. Yup.
And Chanel was like, I really want you to meet one of my other clients, and so we went to D Chambers' house, and the three of us.
And Coney Island.
What?
You guys went to Coney Island?
Actually, he had moved out of the hood.
Oh, that's good.
And
legend.
Shout out to my dude Huss in the building.
Nice.
Way back, by the way, he's a great rapper. And so we met. I met Chambers. We sat there. We were there for a few hours, and we just instantly clicked. And that was late 2009, and here we are in 2019. I'm still working.
Wow, that's good, man. That's good. And you're not working with Stitch anymore? Well, what happened with that situation?
So I was managing him for a year, and we're still very close. I still do consulting for him. I'm on the phone with him very often. I just think that the fact that he was in Miami and I was in New York wasn't like meshing well. We couldn't be together all the time. We couldn't really, interact with each other on a regular basis in person, and I think that made it a little bit difficult, but we still work together. I'm working on a couple projects with him, helping him put together his new album. So I still work with him. I'm just not his manager right now.
Okay. Yeah. And as far as consulting goes, like what is the job of a consultant for an artist, for people that don't know?
So like the managers and consultants are different, and I do both. The management, I feel like I'm a little bit more involved in the day-to-day aspects of your life and your career, as opposed to consulting, where I try to open some doors for you on a regular basis and try to create some opportunities for you. But I'm not like eating off of everything that you do, as opposed to the managers who, I make 15% or 20% off of all my clients who I manage. But the consultant thing, I get paid on a monthly basis. I open different opportunities, and I'll get money if I get them a partnership with Champion or whatever. I'll eat off of those deals, but just in general, they're paying me to create opportunities for them and trying to oversee what they're doing and try to point them in the right direction.
Nice. And how important is networking? Or what are some good pointers so people can improve their networking skills?
So networking, again, cut back to Chanel. I learned from the master. She used to tell us this thing where you have to like focus on certain people that you need to meet at every event. So when you go out to an event, you need to know who you're targeting. What's the reason you're there? Sometimes for me, it's only one person. There's 500 people in the room, and I'm looking for that one person I need to speak with.
Nice.
But networking is the name of the game. If you can't network,
a lot of people don't do it. That's why, I want people to understand this.
Right. And I mean, quite honestly, personally, I'm not a club guy. I don't like going out and like being out and hanging out and drinking and whatever. Like, I'd much rather sit at home, smoke a blunt on the couch and chill out and whatever. But,
me too.
I weigh every single opportunity that comes at me. I mean, whether it's this release party or this guy's DJing here or whatever, every single time I'm like, all right, well, who do we need to see there? And if there's no one, or if there's someone who we could see at another venture or something like that, then I'm like, all right, let's skip this one or do whatever we need to do. But networking is insanely important. I say this is the industry of making friends. And I always say people are willing to do favors for their friends, but they're not willing to do favors for their acquaintances. So meeting a guy at a party once isn't really going to do you any favors, but if you follow up with that person and like make sure that you create value for them as well as them creating value for you, that's the purpose of networking. And so you really need to like try to extend your net as far as possible all the time. And weigh all of your opportunities that are in front of you. And
definitely.
I mean, again, it's the name of the game. If you don't network, you won't last long in this industry.
Hell no. And how about being independent versus getting signed? What's some things that you tell your artists about that?
So I weigh every opportunity separately. Again, I mean, we've had record deals on the table. We've worked independently with plenty of our artists. I think in today's day and age, it's a lot easier to be independent. But I think that a lot of these younger artists see the machine that the record labels can put behind them and want to utilize those assets. But if you can like bootstrap a budget for yourself and figure out how to get people to sponsor you and figure out how to pay for things for you, or you pay for things for yourself, I think independence is the move these days. But, there's something to be said for distribution deals and, like companies like Empire or companies like The Orchard who are trying to like combine different aspects of the music industry, maybe like a vertical integration, I would say, to incorporate all of their businesses into one stop shop. So those things are becoming a little bit more enticing these days. But still, if you can do it independent and you can keep more of the money in your own pocket, there's no reason why you shouldn't. And if you're doing all right like that, keep going down that path and just try to get bigger and better every single year. And, I get this magazine from CD Baby like once every 2 months. And there's some dude on the cover holding a guitar, and they're like, this guy sold 75,000 albums independently on CD Baby. I'm like, I never heard of the dude, but clearly he's doing well, though, because like if every album cost $10 and he sold 70,000 albums, the guy's got a check.
Yeah, that's a nice check.
So, I mean, again, if you can do it independently and you can figure out ways to bootstrap the whole thing together, then that's the way to move. And like, I said this to my clients a million times over the last almost 10 years. It's like, I don't need hands digging into the pot unless they bring value to the table.
Nice. So, yeah, you're definitely right. Now, I ran across a lot of artists, man, that don't ever want to put up money behind themselves. About how much do you think of a budget, because you mentioned budget, about how much do you think an artist should have saved up, or like where should he put his money if he had a nice budget, or about how much do you need, like, to run a good budget, do you think?
For like a project or a single?
Yeah, for to get your career going, or or like.
It's a very interesting question. I don't know that I can give you a specific answer on that.
Yeah. I mean,
I think the best thing you can invest in is yourself. And that's the number one thing I should say is don't make stupid decisions. I just saw a clip of a Nipsey Hussle interview from 7-8 years ago. Probably around the time that I actually met him. And it was the only time I met him, so I wasn't close with him, but I was a big fan. But he said, so the guy said, "Why aren't you wearing jewelry? Why aren't you all iced out and blah, 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 blah?" And
I've seen that.
He said, "I'm trying to invest in real estate. I'm trying to invest in things that make my family good." And that's the most important thing. I said to you before, I want my clients to have longevity in this industry. You got to figure out other ways because music isn't really paying the bills anymore. So you take someone like D. Chambers, who you mentioned before. With him, we have a clothing line. We have a show series, concert series. We have a radio show. We have his music. And now he started consulting for younger artists who are trying to come up in the game. So we've created all these multiple revenue streams for him to piece together what is his career. His music does well, but we needed things to supplement and make it actually, a salary at the end of the year.
Exactly.
And so I keep telling my clients, you got to invest in yourself and you got to invest in ideas that make you more money. And obviously that's a easy thing to say and harder thing to do. But
what are some examples where to put your money into? I guess that was the question. If I do have a budget, if I got 20,000 or 15,000, where should I put my money into? Basically, I think that's what I was saying.
Spotify's killing it right now. So you wanna spend your money on Spotify marketing and Spotify campaigns right now. That's probably the best bang for your buck. Also, when you spend money on Spotify, you're making money back because those streams are generating money for you. Not a lot, but at least you're seeing some sort of return on your investment. Merchandise is a great way to put money back in your pocket. Every rapper, you see them with their own clothing line, you see them with hats, you see them with this, because no one can dig into their pocket, and it also
that's all their money,
right? And makes your fans feel more connected to you when you have merchandise. So those are two things that I think are important to invest in. But let me say this: we're in 2019. Please, save some of your money. Pay the producers you got the beats from. Make sure that you get the songs mixed and mastered, because I'm tired of hearing crappy mixes on the radio. You guys really need to pay attention and listen to your music more than once before you decide to pop it out of the studio and head to the radio station.
Exactly. And let's talk about streaming, man. When you first started, there wasn't that much streaming, right? How much has that changed the game now?
Oh my God. I mean, when I first started at Atlantic, YouTube had just launched.
Yeah.
So you take from that time where MySpace was running what was popular, and then we got this video platform that became insanely popular within 6 months.
Yeah, it did.
And now streaming has severely damaged the profits for the music.
Oh, okay.
I mean, whereas even so, 5 years ago, someone would be able to buy a single from your project just because iTunes existed. And I used to be one of those people who said, "Oh, iTunes ruined the music industry." Because iTunes.
Why do you say that?
Because used to hear Metallica on the radio, okay, and you're like, "Oh, I love that song, Enter Sandman." You want to get that song, you have to go buy their whole album for $17 to $23. That's what it used to be. So you used to have to go buy the physical copy. Then iTunes came along and they said, wait. You don't need to buy the whole album. We got Enter Sandman separate than the rest of the album. So give us 99 cents and that song is yours. And So we now took some money out of the artist's pockets and people are engaging less with your music because they're not finding those 2 or 3 other songs on your project that they loved because they just bought Enter Sandman. Now,
exactly.
you get to streaming and those numbers have gone down drastically. Whereas when someone buys a song on iTunes for 99 cents and the artist gets 64 cents, I think.
Wow.
Now, one stream of one song is 0.0006
cents.
0.0008 cents. Right. So
what type of fuck? Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, you're not even getting a cent when someone listens to your song as opposed to the 64 cents you got when someone bought it on iTunes.
Okay.
So, whereas iTunes formerly ruined the music industry, Spotify has now taken that place. But, there's a lot of lawsuits out there right now regarding Spotify and their payment structure to the artists. And, everyone has to pay $10, $8, $5, whatever it is for all these different services.
Yeah.
More of that money needs to start streaming, quite literally, down to the artist level.
To the artist, exactly.
And that's kind of why, like I said before, you have to find other things that make you money in this industry, like merchandise and showcases and all these other things, because you need to supplement your income in some way, shape, or form.
Exactly. And how important is copyrighting your music now and everything? With copywriting and everything, protecting your music.
So it's very important. I batch copyright just because it's cheaper. You can copyright up to 300 titles
in one shot, right?
What?
In one shot.
Yeah, in one shot. So basically, I actually batch copyright once a year.
Okay.
My company as a whole probably produces around 200 to 250 songs amongst all of my clients over the course of any given year.
Wow.
So
that's
then
good.
I send a list to my lawyer and we get them all copywritten. The reason I don't act immediately on that is because in the digital age now, when you save a session out of your studio, it is time and date stamped.
Time and date, on the file.
Assuming the computer's up to date and has the right time on it. But everything is time and date stamped. So really, if it came down to it, at the end of the day, it is an arguable point in court.
Okay, that's a good point.
I do stress that you should be copywriting your music because at the end of the day, you want that piece of paper or that email or whatever that tells you that you own this thing. And again, I would stress that you bulk copyright because I think to copyright an album is like $175 or $300. I can't even remember how much it is. And
it's about there.
To do a bulk copyright is like $500 for up to 300 titles. So you might as well go that route. Just save them all up, keep a list, make sure that you ASCAP or BMI register all of your music.
I was going to ask you that next,
Make sure you get
How important is that too?
That's insanely important. It tells the people how to split up the monies when your song gets licensed, when it gets played on the radio, all these things. So make sure that your ASCAP and BMI or whatever company you're using.
It doesn't matter which one? It's
a preference. I mean, I'm an ASCAP guy. I like ASCAP. Chambers likes BMI, so I do all his stuff through BMI. But really, it's a matter of preference. In my 10 years of experience, or my 15 years of experience in the music industry, they both say that they pay quarterly, but I've found that ASCAP's checks come a lot faster than checks. I don't know why that is, but that's the case.
Okay. And how do you know what song to push? Like, how do you know, like, this is the song that we're going to push for this artist? Or, like, how does that work for you guys?
I guess I go off of feeling. I mean, I think I have enough experience with this that I can make a judgment call. I always like to put it to the ears of the team. Like, I like the engineer and my mixing engineer and...
Like a meeting, sort of.
My fiance and I mean, like, I want to know what she thinks of things, like, she's a consumer. So, like, every single time we record these songs, like, honestly, the girls are the ones who are, like, actually getting guys to like go to the concerts with them, and they're the ones who are buying the music and like the hardcore fans. And more often than not, it's the females who are engaging with this stuff. So I like to know her opinion also. She'll tell me like flat. I tell her all the time, be brutally honest with me. I don't care. Like I don't like bullshit with my clients. Like Chambers sent me a record the other day, and he told me, "Yo, check your email. This shit is fire." Blah blah blah. And I called him back like 15, 20 minutes later, and I was like, it's all right. I was like, I see what you're doing. It's cool, but like I don't like it. And there's plenty of times where, you know, like he'll argue with me for a week and be like, listen, we need to do something about this song. Yeah. And I said, all right, well, listen, we have this, and this, and like, let's figure this stuff out. And we'll get to that. And like, I want to, you know, honor what they want to do, but I also want to point them in the right direction and make the best decisions for them. Exactly. But how I choose a song, I really couldn't tell you. It's like a feeling almost. It's like I just feeling, know. Yeah, exactly. You know, I manage Bill Collector, who I forgot to mention before, also, who's a battle rapper. The battle rapper. Yes. Okay. May 4th, Hitman Holla battle, by the way. Yep. That's coming. Shameless plug. But Bill Collector started working on music recently, and you know, I told him flat out when I first started managing him, I was like, you know, I wasn't a fan of all of the music you've created over the last couple of years. But the problem is that, like, most of the time, battle rappers can't make music. And there are a few who can. That's a big stick.